world. My name is Max Stein, and I love objection.
I'm the MegaBuck, and hold it.
My name is Raph, and I. You don't mind, man. My name is Raph, and I also love video games. Damn it.
Hey, friends, Benny here. Because we go to Japan and we object in Japanese.
And welcome to the Game Treasure Podcast, where we discuss treasured video games of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Warning, the Game Treasure Podcast is not for children or anyone with a brain, for that matter. Today, it's all old video games, gentlemen. We have an incredible show for you today. One that we have a very qualified person to discuss. In Mr. Venacor is here with us today. Peek behind the curtain, viewer, because I'm just going to explain my seat. Hey, look at viewer. Come to me. Come closer. Look at me. Hey, it's Mac. I screwed up. All right, listen. If you go on Nintendo's website and go to this
did
day,
you? I don't think you did screw
you
up.
go to fucking Nintendo's website and you look up this day in history. They have all these facts about things that happen every single day of the year throughout, which is totally awesome.
Yeah.
Except when they're incorrect, because that fucking website told me that today was supposed to be the 19th birthday of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney coming to the Nintendo DS. It isn't. It isn't. That's the date of one of the later games.
Trials and
Justice
the
for
second
All.
one. Justice.
So I had this all set up to do this or whatever, so we could play it. But guess what? That doesn't fucking matter, because we have a retro roundtable of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney for you today.
Now it's
because
just
that
funny.
game just kicks ass, and it doesn't need it to be its birthday for us
What
to
a
talk
treat.
about it.
Yeah, I'm so
Raph?
glad we did this. Yeah.
Raph
It's a
had
cool
never
game,
played
yeah.
it.
I'm
And
really
Benny
happy about
loves
this
it
one.
more than anyone I know. And so here we are. We needed to do a retro roundtable anyhow.
You should throw some of the cosplay photos up.
Oh, yeah.
Mac.
Yeah. There's no better person to talk about this game than this person and this person and this guy who's actually Mr.
That guy.
Venacor from I don't even know how long ago.
From the Game Treasure Podcast.
You look
Oh
like
my
a
gosh.
little
The
child.
Game Treasure Podcast.
That was
I don't know,
Dragon
looks like
Con.
Phoenix
What
Wright.
year?
That was, wow, that was Dragon Con a la 2012, baby.
So little baby Venacor as none other than Phoenix. I tell you what, you got the height for it. It looks good. You look good in the
I
suit
do.
with being
Yeah,
so
yeah.
tall. That's awesome.
I was
And
impressed by the hair, dude.
The hair.
The hair, holy crap, man.
Not a wig.
Yeah.
Looks like he did hair.
Yeah, we couldn't quite get the flat top, but you know what? It was a good effort. It was a good effort because Phoenix Wright has that super iconic silhouette with like the absolute like sharp flat like bird hair.
As someone who just saw a crap ton of cosplay just a few days ago, that was good cosplay.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
So, viewer, we aren't going to have a retro zone for you today, because this whole episode is basically going to be a retro zone, because guess what? Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney came out in 2005. So this game's 20 motherfucking years old.
It's
I know
even
it doesn't
older
seem
than
like
that in
it.
Japan, because it originally
Yeah.
came out of the GBA, so it's even older than that.
2001 or something
Oh
like
my
that,
gosh.
right?
Love it.
Wow, dude.
My
Holy crap.
first thing that I wanted to do to kick this off is ask you guys, do you remember first hearing, hey, Capcom has made a game for the Nintendo DS where you play as a lawyer? Because I do. I was in high school, and my friend, you remember Steve Buck?
Oh yeah.
My buddy Steve had it, and he was also the guy that played Hotel Dusk, a game that I mentioned before on our puzzle games. And I remember watching him play it during math class and just being perplexed at the idea that there was a game that you played as a lawyer, and also wanted to get the game immediately based off of how it looked. Do you guys remember hearing about this game in 2005?
Confused the shit out of me.
Dude,
Honestly.
I heard about that before that, because if you date me, I had already graduated from college by then, and I took Japanese in college. So we all knew about the Gakuten Saiban series for the GBA in Japan. We went to Japan in 2002 on a study abroad, so like we saw it in game stores there, and we were like, why can't we get this? That sounds so cool. We want this game. And it was a couple years later when we heard about it getting for the DS, and we were super excited.
The DS release, the DS release was actually a real leap forward, because the American DS release was produced after the first 3 games came out on GBA in Japan, and I'll add a little Easter egg to that once we get to the game itself. But there's something cool to say about that.
Actually curious about that too, because the Game Boy Advance, the dual screen with the touchscreen seems so integral to this game.
Hold on, let's do it.
Okay,
order.
yeah. So I'm curious about that. Like, how did that work on the GBA?
All right, Ace Attorney. For those of you who never heard of it or played it, I don't know how. It's developed and published by Capcom. It was first made in 2001, like Buck said, on the Game Boy Advance. It's a visual novel. And it was ported to the Nintendo DS in 2005. And that would be the first instance that America even saw the game. Like Benny said, like several Game Boy Advance ones came out before this one came. Question, have any of you guys played the Game Boy Advance versions?
Nope.
No.
Really?
Nope.
Wow. Incredible. Because they don't have English translation options, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, definitely not.
Right.
Oh, no.
Way too much kanji for us to even try back then.
Especially in a game that's just all about context.
Right. And lawyer speak.
Yeah, exactly. Very advanced.
That 2005 DS one is the first one that has an English translation. Hence, it's the first one that comes over to the States. Visual novels are not a very popular genre in America. I'm just going to say it.
No. Yeah. It was pretty unheard of at the time here. And, the PlayStation, the PSP back in the day was, I think, the golden age of visual novels, because that was when all the dating sims were like ultra popular overseas, never really here. But this was the first visual novel style game in the US to actually stick and actually get a good fan following and sequel after sequel.
Yeah.
For
many reasons.
Yes.
But the two sort of like top ones that I think is that like most visual novels like revolve around like pedestrian life. At least the ones pre Phoenix Wright. Like obviously like you got Doki Doki Literature Club and you're like, what the fuck is that? But like up to this point, normally though, I'm talking about like Tokimeki Memorial, where you're like going through high school.
Good one.
Yeah, like
good one, Mac.
You know what I mean?
True, though. You're talking about a country where they have dating
one.
sims in arcade games. Especially back then.
So
That's crazy.
I don't know. I don't mean to be judgy, but that doesn't sound like very gripping for American audiences. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Where are the
It's
guns?
a culture thing. Like
Where are the explosions?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's just never something that we as gamers as a country like ever got into. I mean, and it had an audience over there, just never did here.
And I also think that Phoenix Wright, unlike other visual novels, is just so much more engaging, like intellectually.
Yes.
Right? Because things like Tokimeki Memorial.
It's a great puzzler. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Like things like Tokimeki Memorial and other visual novels, like usually don't have fail states. Like you can't, like you just, if you don't get the date with the girl you want, then it just doesn't happen and you got to play the game again. But in Phoenix Wright, you can fail. You can not solve the case. In the beginning of the game, they don't make it so easy to fail. But later, you can absolutely press too many times or eject too much. And
choices, especially in earlier games, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
American people love one thing, it's winning. So this game adds winning and
this game basically makes us feel like geniuses for just like connecting two dots that barely connect.
When you catch someone in a lie, the feeling, like the goosebumps that I got, man. Yeah. It just, the game,
cross examinations.
You feel like a genius, right?
It demands your attention, but the thing is that it's such a delight to actually play it that it doesn't feel like a chore to have to pay attention to it. There's like delight in being present to it for it. It's great. Yeah.
So to discuss the game, you know me, I always like to judge a book by its cover first, and we'll save the best thing for last. By the way, the best thing is the story. So the look and sound of the game is awesome. Like I wrote in my notes, listen, Capcom does not miss on the vibes of its video games, like ever. See Streets of Rage Streetwise, or what was it? Final Fight Streetwise. Yeah. Just kidding. No, but seriously, Capcom is always good at setting tones and just like making good designs and all these things. And this is the same. It's as visually striking as fucking Mega Man or Resident Evil. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's got like a cartoon art style. The sprites themselves just look, in my opinion, so much better than the PNGs and your other average like visual novels up to this point. Like usually it's like stagnant images in
Yes.
Phoenix Wright, you get like this sort of like implied motion a lot of the times, which helps express storyline. It just
slamming
looks
on the desk, Phoenix slamming on the table all the time.
Right, a finger pointing or something like this.
The sound effects that blend like the crashes, the the crack sounds, the zoom ins, the shakes. It really
the part that makes
feeling.
the thing that Raph said happen is because there'll be courtroom music going bum, bum,
oh my god,
bum, 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 and then you'll hit something and then it'll go silent, and you're like, oh yeah, I fucking did it, and then
I got you,
and the music comes right back in.
No one told me that the music in this game goes this hard. Dude. I was writing my notes like a little bit before this, and I was just listening to the soundtrack because it's so good.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
not
Raph,
only in moments of
I
triumph.
have to send you Gakuten Meets Orchestra. There's an orchestral album.
Shit.
I will send it to you.
Not only in the good times, but also like when you're fucking up, when like Edgeworth is like just like coming up with thing after thing, and it's gone like the music Vinny said, and you're just Phoenix is sweating, and you're just like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do at this. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with what this guy just said. Fuck.
Right.
And
What's the right answer?
It didn't need to do that. Other visual novel games don't have that. Like, there's no moments in Tokimeki Memorial where you're like, oh, I gotta do the high jump. Oh shit, I gotta do the high jump.
It's a genius blending of genres.
It's a genius blending of genre. And then visually, Vinny already said it. Listen, dude, you don't have to have played this game to recognize the silhouette of Phoenix Wright. If you play and are in the gamosphere, like, at all, the designs of Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth are so fucking strong. I feel like you could teach like a master class. Like whenever people talk about designing characters for cartoons and comics, it's like, give them like 2 or 3 things that when you see it, you'll go, ooh. And it's just like ascot, spiky hair, navy blue, maroon. Boom. Like it's just so fucking perfect and simple. And they're not even the only ones. Like I only played that first game, but I've seen that guy Godot or whatever, the other prosecutor.
Godot, the coffee. The coffee.
He's got a fucking he's got a visor on his face like he's from Star Trek. He looks amazing.
In Mag, yeah.
Like,
Von Karma has the best like Saturday morning villain energy.
So crazy.
Franziska or Manfred? Which one?
Franziska.
I don't know those characters. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, if for a game where everyone is a lawyer, like they could have just made them look normal as fuck, but they're not, and no one is. Like in the second crime, there's that guy Red White who runs the company Blue Incorporated, and his design is like a bright pink suit with all this jewelry and a giant blue gem on his chest, and just everything is so distinct but not messy. Like it's brilliant.
He's supposed to represent the American excess,
right?
Like CEO.
His business literally gathers information.
Well, then is Gumshoe supposed to represent like Japanese HR liability?
Zing.
Dude, you know, it's funny. Like you guys have mentioned all the. I love the fucking names for these characters. Like Larry Butts, Dick Gumshoe.
Dude, yeah, because
Frank
we're gonna get into
saw
that.
it.
We'll get that in the writing. We'll get that in the writing. We'll get that in the writing.
So good.
Oh, it gets so much
You're always
better,
jumping ahead.
Oh my god, yeah.
Let's do the
So
gameplay.
funny.
Let's do the gameplay next.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So, how do you actually play Phoenix Wright? First of all, my first note is right away. You play it immediately. You start the game up, and the very first thing that happens is you are in court, and you are having to listen to someone say something and then find faults in their logic. And that's basically the game for the entirety of it. Crimes get committed. Sometimes you investigate crime scenes. And then besides that, you go into courtrooms and you like listen to testimonies and try to find logical fallacies in them using like pieces of evidence that you find in the parts that aren't that part of the game.
It's basically a logical puzzle.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's why it's so much fun.
Raph, this was your first experience playing it. Explain how you felt playing through those first 2 scenarios, gameplay wise.
Well, first of all, that first scenario is like a masterclass in tutorials. Like it's such a great opening to the game. Like you said, it just throws you right in. But yeah, dude, I mean, like I said, it's my first time playing this game, and I don't know, man. I felt like you said, you feel like a fucking genius. Sitting there during the cross examination, I wasn't sure what to expect with this game because I've never actually played any of them before. But as soon as I got into the rhythm of it, it was really, really cool and really easy. It actually confused me going to the second chapter because like the way that first one ends, you're gonna go to dinner or whatever with this person, and then just cuts directly to another crime happening.
Right.
I don't know if we should spoil anything, at all.
I mean, it's 20
like,
years old.
It's
and we're
true.
like,
It is. Yeah, it is
the
20 years
second
old.
case.
No,
This is the
Raph,
second
you got
case.
to
I was shocked.
You borrowed my copy, right? So you got to play it
Yes.
on original hardware.
Yes.
That
good.
That is the kind of game that plays so wonderfully on a handheld.
It really
I was
does.
so
dude.
jealous.
I was able to just sit on my
I was
bed there
watching
and just,
football,
like,
and I
get
look
cozy
over at
and-
Raph, and
holding
he's
a
all
book.
snuggled up with a fucking iPad, and he's got his DS in his hand. He's going,
Yeah.
And I was like,
Just like-
fuck, damn it, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
I want to be pondering.
I really I love
jealous,
the
Raph.
slow sort of methodical, like you have to pay attention, but you also can kind of take your time with it because it gives you the option of going back and forth into testimony. That was a really cool little feature. I love being able to like, oh shit, all right, so what do I all right, look at all the evidence. I'm like, okay, wait, hold on. He said that he used that phone, but he didn't go inside, did he? Oh my god, okay, all right, and then like call him out
Found
on
it.
it. Oh my god, dude, it's just like
Then the silent
the
hits,
rush,
and you
the
go,
rush.
I fucking nailed his
I
ass.
got your ass. I got your ass.
Benny, can you try to explain to someone who has never played how the cross-examination like works, like how you press people and how you object and things like this?
Yeah, absolutely. So a key part of the game, it's divided into two phases. There's the investigation phase and the courtroom phase. When you're in the courtroom, actually behind the desk doing your defense lawyer, he's a defense lawyer, by the way. And every single case, Phoenix Wright is a defense attorney. So he has a client he is defending who has been framed for something every single time. He's never on the prosecution side. But to answer your question directly, whenever a witness gives testimony, you get a chance to cross-examine.
Yeah.
And what they will do is they will say their whole testimony, and then you get to go beat by beat. And okay, here's paragraph number 1. Here's paragraph number 2, paragraph number 3. And what you can do, each like beat, you can press. You can say, hold it, and you can ask for more details. And if you do, if you press on the right point, the judge might say, can you please amend your testimony in light of this new information? So a lot of times the testimony will change a slight little bit. And
so
then
many more
when-
times than it should ever in real life.
Oh, yeah.
by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Witnesses that constantly lie.
Constantly
So-
lying.
Constantly lie.
So funny.
Oh, that is
The
good.
goal of this part of the game is to find the contradiction between the testimony and the evidence. So at any time, because it's originally on the, well, not originally, but in America for all of our versions of it, had the DS, right? You could always go into the case file, look at the evidence. And so as soon as you find the piece of evidence that contradicts that statement, objection!
Yeah.
It feels so good. And then it'll say
And
what?
it
And then
feels-
you'll
it feels great.
pick the evidence that you say, this is it. And then
And like Raph said,
and you're like, yeah,
when
yeah.
you present that evidence, if you got it right, everything falls silent.
Yeah.
And there's like this energy of, wait a minute. And then he like starts to make his point, and all of a sudden, boom, crash, smash.
Yeah.
It does this pan out shot of the entire courtroom, and everyone goes, it's just a bunch of people going,
The prosecution's losing their mind, like, why wasn't I informed of this?
It cuts back to the guy on the stand. He's sweating, going, "Oh fuck, he's
That's
got
always
me."
the best when
Yeah.
the guys on the stands just, especially the guilty, they just
Yeah.
freak out, and a lot of times
They
they like
have.
flip their demeanor.
They'll actually get angry and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite
All
is seeing the other
so-
lawyer freak out. Like,
So every character has, well, not every character, but every guilty character in the whole franchise has what I like to call their freak out animation.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
some of these freak out animations are so wild and over the freaking top.
They really are.
They
They're great
live
animu.
rent free in my brain, dude.
Yeah. I didn't really mention it in the looks, but it's true. Like part of the kit, like there are so many different looks to all of the people. Like what, just like in that red white guy. Like sometimes he's like this, and then sometimes he'll like, ooh, and then other times he like full blown both his hands on his head, and then full blown head on the desk, and then comes back up and his eyes are bulging. Like there's like 15 different drawings of this guy. You know what I mean? And they
That's
use them all so
phenomenal.
well to give you his emotions.
There's something that I noticed this game does a lot that I don't know necessarily. I don't know. So it'll flash sometimes. Like the screen will just kind of flash several times. It kind of like really catches your attention. And I don't know. There's something about that I thought was really cool. And it felt very intentional. Like in the middle of like when something startling happens, like you'll actually get a bright white flash in the screen.
Yes.
Which is,
Crash,
Yes,
crash,
yeah.
flash. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sound effect that goes
And
with it as well.
It happens during a lot of like the back and forth with the lawyers, and it just makes the scene so tense and exciting. It's really crazy.
Yeah,
it's
in
a
that
simple little
first-
trick, you know.
In that first
100%.
case, the guy you're going up against is like a fucking idiot. And so you
Yeah.
don't like he's like it's like his description of him is like he has a hard time getting his point across and he's a fucking lawyer. But then in the second case, you have to go against Miles. And I didn't replay this game, but I'm not gonna lie, I watched the Game Grumps play like the first two cases, and I forgot the feeling of there's a moment where you're like, ha, got you. And then Miles is like, hold on a second. And you're
Yeah.
like, what? And then he's just like, here's some brand new bullshit. So fuck you. And you're just like, oh, fuck. And you get this
Dude,
feeling like
Edgeworth
for the first
is
time
the
of just being
king
like,
of the ass
wait,
pull.
he's lying, first of all.
Yeah.
And I know he's lying, but how the fuck do I prove
How
it?
do I
You know
prove
what I
it?
mean?
Right, yeah.
So
Therein
good,
lies the
dude.
puzzle.
There is
so good.
a part in that very same case where you have to call the bellboy to the stand, and like he makes a bet with you. He's
Oh,
like,
I love him.
He's like, if you can't prove that this testimony is something is wrong here, then I've won the case. And I went through his whole testimony. And I was like, fuck, there's nothing in there. And you see Phoenix's face start sweating, and he basically goes, fuck, there's nothing in there. And it was such a great moment.
It got you, huh? You're
It really
"Wait,
did, yeah.
I can't figure
was
this
like, I
out.
got
and
this.
then you get to the end and it scripts it, and he's like, I really can't figure this out. So it's like
Yeah.
it's
You have,
like
like,
yeah,
A boss that you have to purposefully lose against or something, basically.
Yeah,
it's
right.
awesome.
It's very dramatic. It's done
Yes.
completely for drama and story, and
And
it's done so well.
That brings us perfectly into the writing,
Yeah.
which is, in my opinion, the best thing. I mean, it's a visual novel, right? So it's got to be a compelling novel, part two. And dude, just like the characters, the interplay of the incredibly designed characters is so much better than it needed to be because it's already a puzzle game. You know what I mean? And they didn't have to
Oh, God.
make a bunch of lovable, dynamic characters for you to fall in love with. Like, Capcom nails the serious but tongue-in-cheek like nature throughout, like from the beginning. Like right away, like someone is murdered immediately. You watch a young woman who's like 23 years old get killed by being bludgeoned with a statue.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
But then guess what? Her boyfriend's name is Larry Butts. And everybody keeps calling him Harry Butts.
Harry Butts?
And you're just like, this is the same game.
So funny.
And it doesn't feel like a weird juxtaposition. You know what I mean? Because it's like that. It has that Japanese humor flair where most of the jokes are either play on words or some sort of horny adjacent thing.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
they love joking about both of those things.
That first witness in that case is called Frank Saw It. That's his
Frank
last
Saw
name
It.
is Saw It.
Right.
Yeah. SHWIT.
Or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Did It. Yeah.
Your what's it called? Your mentor has like the biggest boobies you've ever seen in your
Yes.
life, and it's just like
So you
constantly.
meet her younger sister.
Mia
Right.
Fey
Yeah.
is endowed. Holy smokes.
But yeah, man, the story just doesn't pull punches when it comes to being like, because it's about a lawyer, and so it's like murders happen and shit, and it's sad and pretty fucking serious, to be frank.
Yeah,
What
I
were
was
you gonna say?
surprised at how emotional and like intense this game got. Honestly,
Especially if you get a few. Well, never mind.
But they do a good job of just like
There's some
making-
important people that die in that game.
Yes,
boy.
I mean, in the second mission, your fucking mentor
Yeah, that's what
is
I'm saying,
killed,
the
and then
very
you're
fir-
framed
yeah.
for her murder,
Absolutely.
and you have to prove your own innocence. And it's just like, whoa, that's what the fuck? My friend is dead.
Yeah.
I just met this character.
And don't worry, her little sister Maya, she gets framed for murder like 4 times throughout the series.
But the game, isn't all doom and gloom. They're really good at just like, there's moments where characters are silly. There's moments where characters are sad. There's moments where characters are frustrated. There's moments where characters are confused. Like, it just, I don't know. My summarization is just like, in a game where you play as a fucking lawyer, you did not have to also have it revolve around like Phoenix Wright and his friends and family, like, because the first person you defend is your friend, and then you're defending your own self against someone who murdered your fucking mentor. And I can't attest to any of the later cases, but I mean, would you say it maintains this level of just like intimacy with the characters?
Yeah, easy. And let me tell you, as the games progress and as you get deeper and deeper into the like game 2 and game 3, man, those cases like just go so hard.
In what way?
It doesn't let up, and it keeps improving. The stakes keep getting raised and raised and raised.
So good at that.
And what's great is there's an ongoing theme in these games where the final case of each game is so mind-blowingly intense that it makes everything that's happened so far in the game like pale in comparison, because the final case of each game is bonkers, like just straight up bonkers. And in American Part 1, which was actually the DS re-release, there is a 5th case in this that was not present in the original game. It is a bonus case that was made just for this version.
Whoa.
To showcase the DS, because you're dusting for fingerprints and blowing on the microphone of the DS.
So that one has a jump from the previous one.
And you're watching the dust fly off the screen because you're blowing on your DS.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild. I got to tell you, the most memorable case for me is, you don't have to go far. It's in Part 2. It's in Justice for All.
Okay.
The final case of Justice for All, when you're defending Matt on guard and you're trying to unravel the murder from Shelley D. Killer. Shelley D. Killer. Bro, the twist.
Buck, do you have a favorite case?
Gives me chills to this day.
They're really good at those, actually. I'm trying to remember too, because I think Trials and Tribulations was one of my favorite. I really did like
that one's the fan favorite, and I 100% agree.
Coffee and all those. That was, let me see, that was the one that had the flashback episodes with Mia. Is that right?
Yes.
Because some of those were really, some of those were really good. I'm not going to lie, some of them blend together a lot because there becomes so many pieces to that puzzle. That was the better part about when you're playing them versus when you're reminiscing on them, because you have to kind of in your brain compartmentalize. Each case is very separate, even though there's overarching story, right? And obviously, just like in like, I guess, real law, like the evidence from this one has nothing to do with the evidence from that one, right? So you're having to compartmentalize it in your brain as you're having to do those as well too. What was the one where you're at the it was one of the earlier ones, I think, where you're at the shrine too with Maya.
Let me see. It was probably it's when you meet Pearl for the first time, right?
Yes.
The little
was that
girl?
in 2?
That's also in Part 2. That's the second case. That's Part 2, case number 2. Where they go to the spirit medium shrine.
Look at the shrine. Yep. I remember that one. I like that one a lot too. I mean, to be honest, there aren't really stinker cases in this game. That's the thing.
There's not a single one.
They're all pretty solid. It's just some of the big overarching story hooks that happen. Like you said, again, like you said, spoilers, but not spoilers. Mia dying really early on is a pretty big deal. There's lots of other stuff that happens like that.
Raph,
and Larry gets
accused
accused of something somewhere along the line too, doesn't he? Larry ends up
again. Larry comes under fire like 3 times. But Raph, if you keep playing these games and you make it to the final case of the second game, God, I want to hear your take. I want to hear your feedback on it, because that one is just wow.
How long are these games? Like just the, I guess, number of hours wise, like
4 to 5 cases in a couple hours each, maybe.
Not too bad. Okay.
Yeah, 15.
Also, the 2 experts in the room, a little bit of a lore question. Why do some of the characters call Phoenix Nick? Is that just a nickname? Like,
I think it's just shortening Nick's, like Phoenix.
Phoenix. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Maybe I was just like, oh, Nick. What a weird.
I'd completely forgotten that, but that's true. And especially later on when he's wearing his beanie and stuff.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, Phoenix goes away, and we get Mr. Apollo Justice.
Yeah, dude. There are 11 of these games. I didn't mention that.
Yeah.
That's an amazing name.
Apollo Justice has an even better silhouette than fucking Phoenix Wright.
What?
I actually really,
No, he doesn't.
I
No, he doesn't.
really liked the first Apollo Justice game a lot.
So did
I was
I.
a little bit turned off that they took away Phoenix, but actually he's still in it. Spoilers, and I really liked that one a lot.
Interesting.
And then Venny, you played the one where you're like in feudal Japan, right? And you're a constable there.
Ace Attorney Chronicles. There were 2 prequel titles, actually, and you play as the ancient ancestor of Ryuichi Naruhodo, which is his actual Japanese name.
Phoenix, yeah.
Also, not to be confused with a spin-off Professor Layton Ace Attorney game as well.
Sure.
They brought them together.
Brought them together,
Yep.
and got to tell you, that game is fabulous. That game
And
is
then-
A+.
There's another Ace Attorney game where you basically play as Sherlock Holmes.
I was about to
Like,
mention this
it's the
dude
one where you
named
play
Herlock
as Lupin
Sholmes.
or whatever. Yeah, Sherlock
His
Sholmes.
name is Herlock
Yeah.
Sholmes.
Herlock Sholmes.
Capcom,
Incredible.
stay beautiful, baby.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
If you find yourself a Miles Edgeworth fan, guess what? There's a spin-off series where you get to play as Edgeworth.
2 of
How
them.
the fuck does that work?
It's a point and click game.
Hold on, I
where-
want Vinny to explain
sorry,
it.
sorry.
Oh,
How
no,
does the
that-
Edgeworth
that's-
game work?
But Buck just nailed it. It's like instead of like it all being first person and interviewing and all that, you actually are walking around. Like you said, it's a point and click adventure. Essentially, you're talking to people out in the field, and you're in the courtroom as well. At some points, but sometimes you're solving a mystery like right on the scene.
It
In
focuses
the
less on
courtroom,
the
do you
courtroom.
just get to fucking lie like he does? Because holy shit, dude. That would be an easy game.
Love
Just
Edgeworth.
fucking lie.
Love Edgeworth. So
Oh my God.
I gotta ask, guys.
Yeah.
It has been 10 years, 9 or 10 years since we've gotten a Phoenix Wright game.
Spirit of Justice was the last one in 2016.
That one's so
Podcast
good.
powers.
Are we getting more?
Oh.
Would Phoenix Wright even work now? Would they try to put voice acting to it, and would that ruin the charm?
I wouldn't
I
like
don't
it
want
voice
voice acting.
acted. Yeah.
I don't think I would
yeah.
like voice acting either. Yeah.
Only
I'll
because
tell you
they
this,
have
though.
they have this excellent sound for the text,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
I'll
It's
tell
that-
you this though.
It's very Capcom.
Just if someone wants that, watch the anime, the Phoenix Wright anime.
Oh my God, that's right. There's
Or the
so
live
many.
stage play.
Or the live stage play, which I have a copy of. By
Wait
the
a
way.
minute. Wait a minute.
Subtitled.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Roll that back. I'm sorry.
you-
What?
You brought a giant Phoenix Wright nerd to the conversation.
Hold on. Wait. There's a stage
So-
play.
It's just 12
So-
angry men, but with
Are you familiar? Oh no! Oh listen! Oh, you just screwed the pooch on that one, Mac. They're all female.
Because it's 12
They're all
angry
female?
women.
The whole cast is female.
It's a famous
Amazing.
all-female theater troupe.
that
It's a-
kicks ass.
yes.
Oh my God, wow.
It's Takarazuka, a world-renowned all-female Japanese theater troupe,
Yep.
and there's
Wow.
5 different houses that you're basically sorted into when you become a Takarazuka performer. They're all female, and you are like you're cast, and hey, you're gonna play male roles or you're gonna play female roles, and I gotta
Just
tell
like
you.
just like Kids in the Hall.
And they do these originals as well. They do the classics, but they also do originals. And there were 2 Phoenix Wright musicals, not just one.
Jesus.
And it's fabulous. And I have a copy, a sealed copy with a burn subtitled version of it. And it's the bomb.
So much fun.
It's so
Raph,
good.
If you watch the anime, like the first episode of the anime is that first case with
see.
Larry.
Yeah. I could see that being
Oh.
a good anime.
If you watch the anime,
Yeah.
if you watch the anime, it's going to spoil all the cases for you. So I would tell you.
Oh, do
no,
they-
no,
the game
seriously.
They just do the cases from the game.
They do the cases from the game. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Don't-
That
don't
actually
watch the
sounds
anime.
like a fun bonus thing to do after you've beaten the game. is to
Yes.
watch
Oh,
it.
I
Yeah,
remember when that
exactly.
happened. Oh, I remember when that happened.
Yeah.
Do not watch the anime if you're going to play the games. I am warning you.
Just
It's like a
Wow.
victory
There-
lap.
There's no comparison. The games are far superior to anything you'll ever get from the anime.
As far as it working now, in the year of our Lord 2026, I mean, the only thing stopping it, in my opinion, would be just like oversaturation. If the gameplay can't change, then it's just another Phoenix Wright going for the people who already love it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could spice up. I mean, obviously they put them in different times and they let you be Miles. It seems like they've done everything. They've made new characters, you know what I mean, to be as, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Capcom probably doesn't put making another Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game very high on the because this requires a lot of fucking good writing. It's not like a game that you could just poop out like fucking Final Fight 2 or whatever.
But if anything,
in 18 months,
they proved that you don't need combat or loot or open worlds to create tension in a game. You just need good writing and the confidence to yell objection.
I think writing a good script is harder than making a good game.
Oh gosh,
Making a game that, you know what I mean? Just
how many games have you ever played where the gameplay was solid but the story was shit?
Right. And then meanwhile you're playing Phoenix Wright and you're like, this game's smarter than I am. It's laying a puzzle out in front of me that I don't realize is unfolding, but I'm unfolding it. And it's just being like, yeah, you're smart. You're a genius. I'm not giving you the fucking gameplay to solve it. But yeah, I don't know. I would podcast powers. Give me one. Fuck it. Make me give one where is there one where you're Maya or the whole time or something?
There's cases where you play as Mia though. There's flashback
do that shit.
cases.
I don't fucking know. But Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, if you haven't played it, it's on the Switch. If you can get the original hardware, we already said it's much better. It's just so quaint and pleasant to play on the tiny little DS. And if you get the DS version, you get to yell objection into the microphone when you want to object. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Go fucking play one of any of the 11 games if you've never played any of them. Honestly, if you like anime and you like mystery games, play a fucking Phoenix Wright. You guys have anything else you want to say about this beloved franchise?
Good.
Before we move on to our probably double XL size, what else you got?
Man, golly,
go off, Benny.
So, some of my best gaming memories are off of this franchise, and easily some of the best writing. I got to say that if you are a big Phoenix Wright fan, Danganronpa will also scratch that itch.
I keep hearing that.
I can't quite explain it because the themes are so different. But if you like that walking around investigating, bringing your evidence to the table, the Danganronpa games work the same way.
It's crazy anime cousin.
Those are like a murder mystery, aren't they? Or
they are.
Like that, right?
Well, it's a death game. It's a death game.
Oh, okay.
The tone of that one is so serious.
It's very dark. It's
so
very
fucking dark.
There's little to no humor, but it's dripping with style.
True.
Like,
It
getting
is
told I
very
need to
style.
check that series out too.
Style.
Little to no humor. Ooh.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
No, I'm just
That's
joking.
true. Yeah. Phoenix Wright is much lighter. Go play Phoenix Wright. I think that does it for our discussion on Phoenix Wright, unless any of you object. And we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm not going to lie to you, Buck meant to Magfest. So we'll see you on the other side, dear listener. Okay, we are back from our break, and we are on the other side. It means it's time for our What Else You Got, the segment of our show. We can bring anything to the table, be it video game or otherwise. I'm going to let Buck go first this time.
See you later. See you later. It's Buck's turn.
Because he went to the biggest video game concert thingy that doth exist in the whole wide world. He went to Magfest this past weekend.
Beautiful shirt.
And
my voice is fucked.
Boy, what an eventful Magfest it was. I don't know how much we want to even tell you about how much of an eventful Magfest it was. But Buck,
Oh yeah, a few
go
of
ahead.
those things you kind of have to keep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that Mega Man's mouth?
It is.
Yeah.
What in the
Mega Man's
abs? Okay, hold on.
automaton.
Oh, pause.
This is this year's Swag.
Insane.
If you are just listening to this,
It's a Spotify video
that
moment.
meant nothing. You must now
Yeah.
park your car, and I'm going to have Buck do it again on a countdown of 5, 4, 3. That is an interesting choice for the Swag. Can you play Mega Man on it?
You can.
Just make Mega Man
that was
scream.
just what is the word for it? That was just a
vocoder?
swag tomatone. An automaton, but in Mega Man 4.
Wow.
This is just your swag. If you guys didn't know that every year there's a swag for Magfest, I've been showing them off for a couple of years. This year's it's Mega Man's head. Look, his eyes even He has eyes, and they look around and they blink.
That's
wow.
sick.
Yeah.
His eyes. Yes, you can play Mega Man on it. It does have a Mega Man X as a Mega Man X theme, so you can
Hold that bad boy up to the camera. Close.
Oh, sick,
Oh,
dude.
nice.
has a little Mega Man.
Very cool.
Nice.
Mega Man
Nice.
On it that you can play.
Bruh.
One of the things going on, but the Swag is always one of my favorites. Got so much fun stuff. It had a Swag Pass this year where you could go to the atrium and you can meet other people, and you got to make little Miis and you got to trade them with other folks. So that was a whole lot
Damn.
of fun that we did that. I did the ribbon trade for the first time ever, which was a blast, as you guys just showed off. I brought my cowboy hat, Night Rainin, John Night Rain ribbon.
Oh yeah.
Found some others. I ran into some other Night Rain cosplayers actually, and I got this one that says "Hop on Night Rain."
Love that.
This one below is one of my favorites from Expedition 33. My, what a lovely feat. With a little
Fantastic.
Minoko. I also got Spaceballs, the ribbon badge.
Mm-hmm.
The Proto Men were there, which I'll go over in a minute, but I got
yeah.
Live, Laugh, and Light Up the Night, and some other. Mac, you'll enjoy this one. This was one of my favorites here. This is the Certified Mad Catz Controller Tester
Nice.
Good
yeah.
badge.
shit.
Hell
Benny,
yeah,
here's
dude.
my
Amazing.
one that I
Amazing.
got. And my rolling up to my problems with the Prince from Katamari.
Oh,
Rolling up to
sweet.
my problems. I
And
see.
Sweet.
Carby over here as well too. I found a guy that had this Pinball Wizard one, which he has also had pinball machines, which was fun. This one was great. This was Doom Guy Fieri. He had from Flavortown to Titty City.
That fucking
Wow.
rocks.
I know.
That
Yeah.
would be the best one on there.
This one has the AOL logo and says "Hey ASL" for you old
ASL?
folks.
American Sign Language.
Oh wow.
And no age, sex.
Location.
Oh
location.
shit.
Age, sex, location, yeah.
For us kids that were in the 90s internet. And then Mega Man shooting lemons down here was another.
Yeah,
Right.
lemons.
I also had this one here, a
City.
Goonies one, which are great. And this one, the Let It Rip Beyblade, but he wouldn't give it to me until I faced him in a game of Beyblade, and he had Beyblades out. And then I turned around and I pulled out my own Beyblade. And he was like, yes.
Did you win?
No. That's not fair.
shit.
His was shorter, lower to the ground. It was
Yeah.
faster. He was pro. I
It's
wasn't
just a
gonna-
matchup problem. It's a matchup problem.
He was the final
So-
boss.
Yeah. So before I go over all of my swag and other cool stuff that I got here too, I want to show you guys this awesome thing that they did. They do this every year. This is this year's issue of a Magfest Power, which is
Whoa,
a
shit.
Magfest themed book where they interview different artists that are going to be there for the weekend. They have different ads for things going on. They talked about the Proto Men a lot because they were obviously there. A whole featurette on them. There's a thing here from the Arcadian. That guy I talked about last year. The guy did Night Trap and Monster Bash in that.
Yes.
He covered another pinball song in his thing this year. And you know what he pointed out in particular that he talked about in his article that he loves? The Muppets. I'm like, dude, me and this guy would be like best friends in real life. What the fuck?
we just become best
Yeah, for
friends.
real.
Like,
Do you wanna go
seriously,
do karate
that's what
in the
it
garage?
felt like. So
Yep.
lots of really good stuff in that there. So I want to show you guys off what I got in my swag bag. So I got the super duper tier this year because it was Mega Man, obviously. So duh.
Got to.
So I got a really cool bag here that I have
Cool.
for that. And let's get my bag here. Oh,
Perfect for shoplifting things off
and
the
I
show
got
floor.
this. I know. I got an arm pillow that's actually a Mega Buster.
Oh, is that like one of those where you then you could sleep on your head? Oh,
That's rad.
yeah, like if you're on a
Oh,
plane or
shit.
something. That rocks.
And I used it was very useful on the way home.
Yeah.
And then I got the other bag here. Did you turn on your camera, your video camera there yet, kids, to watch? I got, Alpha Pulse was the name of the mascot this year. So I got a really cool water bottle with him on it.
Certainly not Mega Man.
Nope, Alpha Pulse. It's legally distinct.
Legally distinct.
I got a
Man.
new workout towel that's got definitely not the little Metabots
Duh.
on it. It's definitely
Oh,
got
but it's a little Chinese
It's-
like.
it's not
plate.
well, no,
yeah.
that's
It's
it's
adorable.
an amp. It's an amp.
Oh, it's an
Oh, it
amp.
looks like a
Okay. I
ramen
feel like a little
bowl.
teacup. Yeah. Or
It's
something.
not flip top at all.
I know, no, definitely not.
No,
I got
it's not.
a really fucking cool bottle opener that they made with some of
shit,
the,
that's
some of the
fucking-
mascots from this year, and this
sick
is
as
some of the
dope,
Buster
dude.
Bucks. And this thing's metal,
Look
and
at
it has a
that.
magnet on the back, so it's going straight on the fridge.
Fuck yeah.
Metal.
They have the best swag at Mag.
Rockin'.
I got a pair of socks that have some fun circuits on it there.
Okay.
I love socks.
I
New
got
pair of socks.
some coasters that have the Magfest symbol and Magfest 2026.
Maybe the
on it.
best stuff that you got.
This was funny because I got stopped at TSA with my bag, and they had to swab this for like bomb paraphernalia. It's
It's a bomb.
He's the blue bomber.
I know, right? It's a lemon scented candle.
Why the fuck were the idiots at the TSA confused by a candle?
I think because it was really thick and it was in a metal canister. I don't know, but regardless, it was funny because it's the continuing Mega Man joke of that Mega Man shoots lemons, right?
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, I showed Mac one of the things I did in the speed run there. The first thing I did was go to the speed run room and I watched Mega Man X Lemon Percent, where they used. I sent him a video and a screenshot there to pop up where they literally
so crazy.
I was today years old when I understood all of the pictures of lemons that you sent in the group chat.
Literally.
No.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Mega Man shooting lemons. That's
I
right.
did not. I'm officially Googling this right now.
Got a chip clip here in there.
Not the chip clip.
Almost to the bottom.
Get to the fucking good stuff.
I got
That is the good stuff, goddammit.
I got a notepad. I got lemon candies.
Hell yeah.
Alpha Pulse.
Sorry, listeners. He's going to get us
Lemon
something really
candies.
cool soon.
Listen, I love everything
Ready?
lemon.
Yes.
You ready?
I know you bought a fucking album.
Pogs.
Oh my God.
Pogs.
He did save the best for last.
And there's
We
one
did
in
it.
here that has
You're
the old
back.
S from the 90s, which me and Mac, of course, drew all the time because our last
yeah.
name starts with S. Like,
Absolute cinema.
No, I was going to save what I bought till after I make you listen to what I did for the bands.
They really are.
What do you mean?
The bands that we went and saw.
Yeah?
So some of the great highlights we went to, Close to Good, which I think I messaged all you guys about. Sorry, I bombarded these guys all weekend with like videos of acts that
It's a
we
lot of
went to.
shows.
And whatnot.
That was cool shit.
I think I saw no less than 12 concerts over the weekend. I really do a lot of the music at MAG. I love that absolutely the most. There's lots of other stuff to do. One of our buddies did magic drafts all weekend long. There's bars and all
You
kinds
didn't
of fun
make it to
stuff.
Noodles E3 2010 recreation,
Dude,
did you?
the show I was at got out plenty on time.
Yeah.
And the line, and they not only were they behind in that room, but the line to get in, I sent you a picture, was around the corner and down the hall. It was 200 something people deep. So I didn't make it.
Well-
But they will post. That was in panels 1, which always gets posted to the interwebs. So we'll be able to watch that back.
Not to pause what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but it's good that you didn't go because I didn't tell you what that actually is, and that is a huge troll that Noodle does every year. And what he actually does is he takes the footage from E3 20 whatever and then like fucks with it and does a bunch of without saying anything.
So funny.
And will like weird edits will happen, and the whole
Yeah.
thing is like there's a video on the one he did last year, and I wanted you to go to it and then be like, "What
That's
the
funny.
fuck did you just send me to?"
It's funny because I don't go to like any. I'm not a panel guy, so I don't go to like
Yeah.
any panels. But it was fun. So I saw a couple of bands I want to point out, especially some of the stuff they did that was great and how great Madfest is. I saw this band called Close to Good, who normally does a lot of chiptune covers, like Mega Man and other stuff. They opened with a 5-song medley from Streets of Rage 2.
Perfect timing.
Which
we just
is-
did our Streets of Rage episode.
Yeah, I know. It was fresh on my brain, and I was like, holy crap. I mean, that opening with the hands and the... I was like, oh my God.
And then a sentient
Magical.
bouncy ball came and did the music for
it
Streets
was
of
great.
Rage 3.
You know, it's funny. You mentioned the vinyls. They had a vinyl copy of the Streets of Rage 3 soundtrack, and I was so tempted to just be... Anyway, Ian Cowell and his band of exceptional goblins did some great covers, including a medley from Booger Man.
Oh wow.
Whoa. Kick ass.
And
Everyone
UN
loves the music of Booger Man.
and UN Squadron.
That sounded great. I did
That was
watch
amazing.
that video, yeah.
And they also did the Birdman theme from Pilot Wing 64,
Yeah.
Ooh,
I love
soothing.
that.
which was
fun.
this is how niche and cool Magfest gets. I saw the Triforce Quartet play. Who are absolutely amazing. They were the only ones at Magfest that I saw that had the balls to do some Expedition 33, and it was wonderful.
Because going into this, you're like, everyone's going to be playing Expedition 33.
It was more like I was hoping more people would be playing
Yeah.
it, but I know it's not easy music to do.
Good point.
So I can't wait for them to release some of that stuff because nothing better than, the 2 violins and a viola and the quartet was amazing to do that. Saw Tiberian Sons, that is an all Ace Combat and Command and Conquer cover band who did an experience with a full orchestra backing them,
Wow.
which made it absolutely amazing. And then they did a rendition of Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins.
Yeah,
That was
shit rocked.
phenomenal
Fuck
with
yeah.
that. We saw the Arcadian again this year, but he was on the main stage. That man can thrash a guitar like nobody's business. I sent over to Mr. Vendicore because I know how much he loves it. He did a cover of Lick It Up by Kiss.
That fucking rocks.
and I sent you that video of that solo, Venny.
So very good.
That was only the first half of the solo. He kept going for another 45 seconds. But
sick.
He played Night Trap again, which made me love him even more. And then he played a different pinball game. He did covered Bonsai Run, which was even better. And then I noticed that one of his guitarists was wearing a Williams pinball shirt and the other one was wearing a Xenon shirt. I'm like, these guys love pinball as much as I do.
Man, I would be best friends with these fucking guys. You guys like Muppets?
It was a Step Brothers moment. It was
good.
great. So good. But obviously the highlight of the weekend was the Proto Men.
Thank you.
They played
Tell us how it was.
They
Just
played.
go skip right to the one that we want to hear about.
They played.
How was the fucking new album?
3 nights, dude. The new album isn't even the most awesome thing we're talking about, just because of how awesome all 3 nights were. Because never when they play.
But for time purposes, can you just explain the new album that everyone has been waiting 16 years to listen to, please?
The new album that you could have listened to a month ago if you had their Bandcamp was amazing, as it should have been. They did, like the others, the best part about the show was they did every track beginning to end. And a lot of their tracks are instrumentals, really good fillers, but fillers. So when they play them live, they just play the songs, right? They don't always play all the in-between parts. So they did them in chronological order, like timeline order, not actual release order. They did Act 2 on night 1, which is where Dr. Wily and Dr. Light are building the robots, and they help the city, but then they take over the city, and then Wily kills Light's wife, and it's great. They're a rock opera band. It's amazing. Yeah. Then the second night they played Act 1, which is him building Proto Man and Proto Man going after Dr. Wily, and then they played the new one last night, which was absolutely amazing. We're not even convinced they're done yet. What?
The third album. You just explained what the first 2 are out. What's the third one about?
No, you have to go listen to it and decipher it. No, the third one I believe is about Light confronting Dr. Wily for everything he's done, or Mega Man. I'm not totally sure. And Roll shows up at some point, which is super cool because there's a lot of Gambler songs. That's Roll singing those songs. Confronts Dr. Wily, and if you just listen to the last 1 or 2 songs, I won't spoil it for you because it definitely ties it off with a rope.
Mega Man dies. He commits suicide. Is what Buck's saying. That's what happens in the dramatic final album of the Proto Men.
You're not far off.
Oh God, that's not how the games go. Proto Men, what are you guys doing?
That's because they do it all that way. But it was absolutely amazing. They covered a bunch of songs. Look, they have a cover-up album where they do cover songs, right? They have a Queen album where they do Queen songs. So when they did like Show Must Go On, they did it at that show. But they played a song I have never heard them play live, and that was "Separate Ways" by Journey.
Oh,
which
I
you
love
guys that know me,
disgusting.
it's like on my top 3 desert island song list. I crapped my pants.
Great breakup song.
Yeah.
They did all that stuff. They finished with Do Vendetta every night, which is what they normally do it. But on the last night, they didn't play it. They brought out Mega Ran and all the Megas and a bunch of the Cybertronic spree who didn't even play this weekend showed up on the stage, and Bit Brigade guys showed up on the stage, and they all played the song for them, and all of the Proto Men just like moshed and crowd surfed and watched it unfold as this.
Oh, that's what was going on in that video.
What? Yes, and that last night, you guys have seen like the only bit of it because they didn't broadcast that last performance on Saturday night anywhere on Twitch or anywhere else. They won't do it till later, which was so cool. And to top that off, I went to a secret show. Do you remember the last secret show I went to, Venny? That would be the Amazing Brando, where I learned about
The Adventures of Mario Billy.
Mario Billy got style.
We show up, and it's like a 1:30 a.m. show, and they're behind. It's at 2 a.m. And I think I sent a video to this Mac. Pops up on the screen, and it's the Proto Men logo, but the last couple letters are scratched out in MS Paint, and it says Proto Mans.
Right.
I watched a knockoff spoof Proto Man cover band at 2 a.m. on Saturday night.
Probably drunk as fuck.
They were all good musicians that you could tell don't practice together at all, and they played a bunch of Proto Men songs badly, and the crowd sang along, and we had a blast. And our buddy Ben, we were playing with a beach ball up in the air, and one of the singers during Danger Zone kicked it really hard and slammed it right in the face with the beach ball. It was so funny.
Amazing.
It was all sorts of magical. I checked out the indie game area as well too. Oh, and this is one thing that's really neat is they put a bunch of secret codes up for the Proto Men show before the show, and nobody knew what it was, and people were taping it. And then during their merch, they were selling these little elastic rubber bands, like you do for like causes or whatever. They had these little things, and no one knew what they were. And someone noticed the inside, these numbers hidden in the swag is a secret Proto Man decoder.
Whoa, what the fuck?
And no one has cracked it all yet because we didn't have no one's come up with like full video of the before part. That was just a computer voice reading off numbers, and none of us knew what that was. So we have to put it all together. The Reddit and the Discord have been going nuts trying to figure this out.
Got an
Cold War
RNG
number
game
station
in there?
bullshit is that?
Wonderful. It's
What the fucking
wonderful.
spy
I know.
shit is
I know.
You accidentally decode some sort of Manchurian candidate thing
It
that
was
makes you want
so
to
good.
shoot.
That's very them, right? So I also went to the indie game area, which I always go to and I absolutely love. And I have a couple of cool games for you guys to check out, you here in the podcast and everybody listening to. First one, right up my alley. It's not on Steam yet, but it will be soon. I think it's called Gloxinia. Full motion video rhythm game.
How would that work?
Yeah.
Think like Space Channel 5, but it's people instead of 3D graphics on the screen.
Oh, okay. So
So that one
what's that dance one for the Switch? Just Dance.
That's
real people.
look, but it was full motion video. It looked super, super cool. That one. Reality Layer Zero, which I think Raph and Mac would both love because it's part RPG, part visual novel, part card game, part abstract debating system, part evidence collecting attorney. Like, let's call it an occult debating RPG. That's their description of
sounds
this
like
game.
I would like it.
Magical. Helix Guy was there again, playing with the goblins and doing music, and he's got a game come out called Flipside. If you like Earthbound, you will love this game. But it's got a Helix kind of crazy cocaine fueled twist to it.
Helix was already a little bit like Earthbound.
I sent you a video of this that I want you to show because I can't explain it. In the arcade area where games that you can't play anywhere else except for like an indie game like this, like Mag, Plug and Chug. It's a game where you make like smoothies for people, but you have like 30 buttons in front of you, including old school like telephone jacks that you have to plug in for colors, drain buttons, fill dials, all this crazy, crazy stuff.
That fucking is cool.
So, and another one that is a reason why you guys need to go with me to Mag sometime. This one was called Channel Death. I walk up, there's 4 people sitting on a couch together playing this game. They have an old CRT monitor in front of them. One of the guys on the couch has a remote in his hand. He's flipping through channels, except every channel is a game. Everything from Simon Says to this guy is about to be cut in half, Saw-like, and you need to find the code to save his life. And there's a bunch of notes and maps and scribbles all sitting on the coffee table right in front of you on the couch.
In real life?
In real life.
Whoa.
So it becomes you and your friends scouring for the notes to complete the challenge that's on the screen, whatever it might be.
God damn, Magfest, what the fuck?
I love you guys. You don't understand. That's why I spend a lot of my
Magfest
time
goes
between
hard.
the concerts and that stuff there. Wonderful, absolutely love it. Island was full. Sorry if you didn't go. Yes.
Special shouts out to Fry and Jen.
Oh my gosh,
Oh yeah.
I felt like a minor celebrity
Fucking
because
guys too busy talking about chip clips.
I love it.
Talk about people
these guys were wonderful. They stopped me in the dealer room. So shout out, pop out on the screen there to Fry and Jen. They stopped and said, "Are you the MegaBuck? We subscribe to Retro Game Treasure. We love the podcast." And I said,
guys.
"Absolutely, I'd give you guys a shout out because how cool is them?" So
Thanks for watching
Saying
the
hi to
podcast.
Venny and Mac and Raph for you guys too.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks,
you.
Fry and
Holy
Jen.
shit.
We love you.
I
Yes,
love you
we
guys.
love
Comment
you
your
guys.
favorite
Thank
host.
you. Really.
They like to
truly.
comment. Yeah, who's your favorite host? It's obviously me.
It's obviously
Comment in the video below. Who's your
They will
yeah.
too. I bet
Do
they
that.
Who's
will.
your favorite host?
Um,
You know what?
and I
Anybody
did-
watching it, who's your favorite host? Just do it.
I
now.
know, right? Yeah.
Oh,
that's a good
yeah.
one. And I did get 2 pickups, and you know that I'm now in this terrible, terrible downward spiral of vinyl. And there was a New York Video Games was there who sells a bunch of specific vinyls. So I bought 2 and only 2. I was a good boy. First one is Lunaria by Danimal Cannon.
No idea.
Yeah. me neither.
Danimal
You gotta
Cannon.
you
Sounds
go ahead
cool.
and take any expectations of what you think. We're not gonna know half the shit that you're talking about.
Oh, well,
At
you
least
love
me and
Button
Raph-
Masher, so he's very equivalent to that.
Okay.
Lots of chip tunes with some heavy metal guitar mixed into it.
Okay.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Good.
Sweet.
The second one you'll definitely know.
Okay.
I've heard Danimal Cannon
I
at
hope
a
it's the
live show
Persona
before,
5.
but yeah.
Welcome to Splatterhouse.
Interesting choice.
This is literally the Splatterhouse soundtrack. It's a New York Video Games exclusive.
Wow.
Interesting.
On vinyl.
The cover is incredible.
The cover
That
and
is
the
amazing.
inside and the inside slip that has like the story of Splatterhouse and a bunch of
Wow.
game things is absolutely
I guess
incredible.
it's got some fun music. Yeah.
And this disc is a transparent blood red.
Fuck yeah.
It is wonderful. So
What else?
thanks for coming to my thanks for coming to
That's
my
the only
Magfest
albums
TED
you
Talk.
got?
I only bought 2. I was so
Oh,
good.
you fuck.
I was
Man,
so good.
Persona 5 was right there.
I couldn't do it. No, it got worse. I found another booth selling vinyls. They had the 4-disc Persona 5 box set.
Oh,
wow.
It was like $200, and I'm like,
Oh,
no,
I've got that.
No,
Oh,
yes.
I've got that.
It was the vinyl one was huge and weighed
Oh, the
like
vinyl
10
one.
pounds.
Yeah,
It-
cool.
Yeah,
it
it's
was-
twice as big. Aren't
there
you
were so-
jealous?
that same booth had like the Lunar 2 soundtrack on vinyl. And I'm like, no,
Baby.
no.
It was good shit on those shelves. I saw the Streets of Rage album there, and I was like, you got
Good God.
It was
Gotta
number 3
get
though,
Streets of
so I
Rage.
didn't have to.
Oh, it was just 3. That's
It
fun.
was just 3. I would have
Oh,
gotten
number
2.
3 game of all time.
Number 2 and Mega Man X would have been insta-buys. but
Oh,
I was
yeah.
a good boy. I will be getting Proto Man Act 3 on vinyl when it finally comes out.
Nice.
Radical. Wow, that's Buck's 20-ish,
Thank you
25-ish
for
minute long
coming to my TED
update
Talk.
on Magfest, which every time I hear it, I think I should go next year.
Yeah.
You should.
Because it sounds crazy, and
Only
I'll
gets
line up for
better.
that noodle thing.
Ben was absolutely blown away. He was like, this is like every nerd thing ever all culminated in one place, and it's like 30 times larger than I could have possibly imagined.
We, I think, should just be at the end of our episode. We've hit the over the hour mark. I just wanted to say, for my What Else You Got, I made that other channel. It's called Chula Chew, CHULACHEW on YouTube and Instagram. It's me and my girlfriend eating food. It's fun. Please,
Chulies?
if you're listening to this, for the love of God, please subscribe. That does it for another episode of the Game Treasure Podcast. Thank you so much for watching or listening, especially you, Fry and
Jen.
Jen. If you are just listening to this on your podcast app, would you mind, though, going over to our YouTube and subscribing to us there? It sincerely helps a lot. We also do streams on YouTube, so that helps. Mr. Venicor is here. Make sure to go check his Twitch channel out. It's just TTV. What is your channel? I'm sorry.
That's Mr. Venicor.
It's just Mr. Okay. Check that out. He does Dead by Daylight whenever he has the chance. You can reach out to us via email with any questions. Fry and Jen, feel free to ask us questions at gametreasurepodcast@gmail.com. Head on over to our merch store, which you can find at our linktree /the/GTP. We got mugs. We got shirts. That's mostly it. But they got a couple different designs. We got the Choose Your Host design inspired Ninja Turtles. We got Raph's incredible Have You Ever Wanted to Not Be Yourself mug
So
with the
good.
King of Video Games on there.
I drink coffee out
It's
almost every day.
Good shit. Go and get it. Finally, most importantly, you can find our Patreon there, patreon.com/thegtp, where for just $5 a month, you can help us. And I know what you're thinking, but Buck already owns a business, and I help there. Well, this is different. It's not the same, all right? I do this. I do a lot of the work for this, so that would be cool. And you get access to our bonus content, our UFO 50 Deep Dive series, which is like 8 to 9 hours of us talking about one game that is actually 50 games. Lastly, we gotta thank Crunkwitch for the use of our theme song, Clash of the Droids, and Psych. Really lastly, we gotta thank Buck, the owner and operator of RetroGameTreasure.com. Just ask Fry and Jen if they like it. Why don't you? They understand why it's so valuable, because this service and Buck help you collect retro video games in the easiest way possible. Because what you do is you become a member on their website. You tell Buck what video game consoles you collect video games for and what genres of video games you collect, like platformer, like visual novel, like racing game. And then at the end of the month, Buck packs up a box of games that meet that criteria. They're for those systems and there are those genres of games, and he gives them to you to add to your collection forever. They're always refurbished and working. I've never gotten a game from there that I wasn't pleased with. So go now, start collecting games the easy way today with RetroGameTreasure.com. And hopefully within a couple weeks, we'll have some really fucking interesting news for you about RetroGameTreasure.com.
Seriously.
And a particular actually famous person that reached out to Buck. Fingers crossed. Until next week, my name is Max Stein, and I love the Game Treasure podcast. It's so bad.
It's so bad.